So I'm here with Chris Waldman and Kelly Grill from the Hopkinton Center for the Arts, and I want to thank you guys so much for taking time out of your busy schedule today to meet with me, because I think the Hopkinton Center for the Arts is the jewel of Hopkinton. And there's so much to offer. It's such an exciting place. But before we get started with some questions, I just wanted to give everybody in the audience a little background about you folks. Chris and Kelly are co-founders and co-directors of the Hopkinton Center for the Arts. Chris Waldman is, she's in charge. She oversees the interdisciplinary program development, the website and database development, and the gallery exhibition programs. She also has an extensive career background in managing artists and graphic designers, and she has a fine arts degree from the Art Institute of Boston at Lesley University. So thank you, Chris. Kelly is also founder and co-founder of the Hopkinton Center for the Arts. She oversees the Performing Arts Center programming. She also is she secures the financial backing from the business community, individual donors, and grants. Kelly is also the prior to the HCA, Kelly was the executive director of the Interstage Left Theater, and she's also a native of Hopkinton, and also has a degree in theater from Providence College. So I love this quote that I read on the website, Kelly, and it says, she loves all the arts, but she particularly loves the theater, and it connects people in a way that no other art form can. And I have to say, in our instance here, that's very true, because I actually met you, if you remember, years ago through Hooray for Hollywood, which my family participated in. I'm not the performer. It was my children and my husband. But that's how we met. And we met so many nice people from town, and we're still friendly with many of them. So I completely agree with you on that quote. And also way back when the Interstage Left was functioning through the Cultural Arts Center. So if you gals can just give us a little background, the humble background of how the Hopkinton Center for the Arts started, because I know initially it was kind of that little seed from the Cultural Arts Center and then moving forward.
Right. Well, Chris can probably start, because she was a board member of the Cultural Arts Alliance. That was founded in 1996, I want to say, when Dora Garabedian and Sandra Delbridge saw a need in the town for an art center, and Chris was a member of that board, so she can probably talk about it.
Yeah, so the Cultural Arts Alliance was functioning out of the farmhouse, and we had fine arts shows and classes and some private music classes and special events like a haunted house and a fashion show. Yeah, but there was always this dream to renovate the barn, to create a center that could house more than just visual art. And coincidentally, Kelly Grill came to meet with us and proposed the idea of them moving into the farmhouse, ESL I mean, and us really joining forces, and we just thought, the synergy of that is a no-brainer. We just knew it would be able to take off.
Yeah.
And so shortly after that, the Hopkinton Community Endowment stepped up to help us fundraise. Or continue fundraising. And so we thought we really need to step back and rebrand the whole thing and make it clear that this is a whole new venture.
Yeah.
So we were able to open up to so many more forms of art.
Right.
I remember back then in the kitchen of the farmhouse,
Mhm.
there was the design of what it was to transpire. It took, 20 years, almost 20
Yeah,
years.
yeah,
And the
20 years.
community really rallied, and it's so thriving. There's so many people that enjoy this art center. We are very grateful for all your hard work here.
Okay.
So there are so many wonderful programs here. Can you describe some of the things that are going on here? As I entered, I could see a lot of kids, stuff going on with children, but I know it's so vast. Tell us about some of the programs.
Yeah. Well, right now we're in the middle of our summer camp, so this is actually our busiest time of year. We estimated somewhere between 80 and 100 kids every week are coming through, and all the camps are everything from dance to theater to visual art, movie making, and we've done something new this year called the Complete Artist, so that some kids can go to visual art in the morning and a performing art in the afternoon, so they get a little mix.
Ceramics, too.
And ceramics on top of that.
Incredible.
So it's wonderful, and
I
and
love that when I was a kid.
exactly.
For you when I was 10.
Well, you know what? Chris and I talk about that a lot. Yeah, we say this is a big part of why we do it. We think of ourselves when we were kids and what we would have loved, and that's sort of what we put
Yeah.
up here.
Yeah. And the fun thing is that on Fridays, we have an end of week show. So the theater kids put on their show, the art kids put on a visual art show. And whenever there can be crossover, we try to allow for that. So, for example, the kids in the art classes made the masks for the upcoming Children
stock, yeah.
of Eden play.
Yeah, children.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's really special, and we're going to bring them in to see the show. The kids that made the masks, and give them their own little bow and recognition for doing. They're beautiful. They're absolutely beautiful. It's really going to add a lot to the show this summer.
So will you guys display those after in your exhibit hall over here, the mask, you think?
That's a great idea. Why don't we do that?
We should.
We'll do. We'll say, Donna said we're going to do this. That's great. Yeah.
So what's coming up in the fall?
We have a new program. You asked about what a favorite, and we have a new program that we're adding called a cabaret open mic. We've started it this summer, kind of testing it out, and it's been really popular. So we have our monthly open mic series where singer-songwriters come in and try out songs, and I think your son might have come, maybe your husband came by. And we're doing, that was so popular that we're expanding it to cabaret, which is a different form of performance where it's singers. We have an accompanist that's there. They come with their song and they perform the song. And it's been very popular, a very warm, welcoming audience, and that's new. And in addition to that, we have our local scene series, which is a great, showing off local bands. We have classical and jazz, and a lot is happening in the performing arts side of it since we now have a fully functioning, wonderful theater with a new sound system and lights and all of that.
And Broadway in Hopkinton, too, is a great new addition.
It is. So Caitlin Shea has actually been the force behind that series, and we're bringing in Broadway performers, people who are currently performing on Broadway that do their one woman or man show.
That's very exciting.
It's really exciting. You know what's so great about it is it for not just kids but adults, people, they do a talk back after to say, this is how I got here, and you can do it too. So it's really an exciting opportunity.
And I have to add in also, I think it's wonderful because not everybody can afford to go to Broadway. And so to bring that here so local, that is just amazing. You guys are amazing. Okay, so next question I have for you is, do you have a favorite discipline that offers classes?
That's a tough one. I have gotten rehooked on ceramics again, though. I took a class 30 years ago and stepped back into it with Hannah Riley, one of our ceramics teachers. And I couldn't believe that in the first week I learned more than I did in the 3 years I had taken it years and years ago. She's a phenomenal teacher.
She's amazing.
Yeah, it's you really get hooked on it, as many of the students can attest.
We hear that all the time, and it's adults. A lot of adults come in, and it becomes a social thing for them too. I love it. Like I'm here, I'm leaving at 9 or 10 o'clock at night, and they're still in there. I said, "Hey guys, we're just finishing up, chatting about our week." It's great. Yeah. It's really great.
Well, we're going to have Hannah
yes.
for an interview.
Yes.
So does anybody offer private classes?
Absolutely, several. So we have several private music lesson teachers, as well as private acting coaching, private visual art classes. I think pretty much any of our teachers are open to private lessons. We have private dance lessons. So it really depends on the teacher schedule, the student schedule, what they're looking for. And one of the things we're getting into are those students that are looking to maybe apply to college for a fine arts degree or a theater arts degree, working with them to create a portfolio. So there's some private coaching available there.
Yeah. And basically, whatever people have asked of us, we try to make it happen. Like one family wanted to do a class together. So we had a semi-private class of family members.
Very sweet. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, it was very sweet.
So I'm just going to steal that back for 1 second. I'm just amazed. I thought I knew a lot what was happening here, but I'm learning so much more. It's incredible what you guys are doing and involving the community. My mind is expanded. So thank you. I have just a couple more questions. I did notice from the website that you also have scholarships, and if you want to just speak to that a little bit, and also um, there's a healing garden, and we're actually sitting in a fairy garden. So if you guys want to give us a little background on that, that would be terrific too.
To do scholarships.
Yeah, so we've always believed that anybody who wants to take a class here or come to an event should be able to, regardless of the fee. So we've always enabled people to do that. However, in recent years, we've gotten a very, very generous donation from the Delbridges to seed this program, and so we're able to give scholarships on a rolling basis, and there's a form right on our website that people can find.
So it makes
Right.
it easy.
And
Yes.
we also recently received a grant from the from the Youth and Philanthropy Group out of Natick. There's several youth and philanthropy groups. We have one here in town that's incredible, very generous. There's one in Natick that actually gave us a grant for an Art Pass program. So through that program, we're able to offer tickets to our shows. So that is being distributed by several organizations throughout Metro West. So if there's any family that might have a financial need and would like to attend any one of our performances, they can do that through the Art Pass program.
That's perfect. That's very generous. I just can't get over the community and how they rally together. And it's wonderful. It's exposing all the kids to arts. I mean, what would life be without art? I mean,
That's what we
incredible,
say.
right?
That's
Right?
what we say, yeah.
And in memory of Nancy Barton's interest in art
Mhm.
and Rory Horton, is that
Yes.
his name? Right. There is a healing garden, right?
There is, and that was an incredible effort through Nancy's husband Jeff and their family and Weston Nurseries. Weston Nurseries really stepped up, and they donated at half the cost all of the materials and the labor and the design, and then Jeff and his family and friends of Nancy raised the other funds to install this garden. It's only been a couple of years, and it is now growing up to this beautiful oasis of a spot. And we love it. We try to get there as often as possible, for our just time and meetings. And we really want to encourage the community to come out, at lunch, come at your lunch hour, come after work. It's a beautiful spot just to sit and be and create. We also, Jeff likes to say, a place to exhale. We love that. And then Ann Horton and the Garden Club took it upon themselves to create this incredible space, this fairy garden, which is so lovely for little ones. I have a 2.5-year-old granddaughter. She absolutely, her favorite place is to come here and to look at all the fairy houses and explore. And then we ended up getting a third donation from actually my old high school drama teacher, Ed Corneli, who many people from Hopkinton will remember, is retired. And in his retirement, he has created these Shakespeare gardens. And so the idea of that garden is it will have a map, and every plant and tree in there relates to a text of Shakespeare.
Oh, I love it.
So you can walk
So
around.
is that here now?
That is here now at the
All
end of the
right, I'm
property.
going to have to take some photos, and we'll incorporate that into the video so people can
Great.
take little snapshots of
Great.
that. So what do you want people to know most about the Hopkinton Center for the Arts?
Good question. One of the things we talk about over and over again is, and we strive for, is we want to have something for everyone. That I think people will sometimes think, oh, I'm not an artist. I'm not good at ceramics or drawing or singing or performing. And we want everyone to feel welcome here and to feel like this is a space where, because we truly believe everyone is an artist. They just don't know it yet. And there may be something in here that sparks their creativity, and it could be in a very different way than they imagined. There's, sewing, and there's art shows that they can attend and performances they can attend, gardens that they can weed. There's all kinds of things that can happen here. So that's what we hope people take away from this space.
That's awesome. I just, here we go. I didn't realize, again, how much it has expanded, and I'm definitely going to go check out the Shakespeare Garden before I leave and take some photos. Do you ladies have a most memorable experience that you've had here? I'm sure there's probably a lot because you have so much going on, but Chris knows.
Well, we are so fortunate to see lives transformed, like almost every day.
Yeah.
But one thing that's strikes me is a couple of years ago, one of the folks that came from the respite center to do a theater class announced at the end that it was the best thing he ever did in his life. And he just bloomed after this experience. It was wonderful.
That's incredible. That fills your heart.
Yeah.
That's great.
We get to see those stories every day, and we're sharing it at our weekly staff meetings. That's how we start. Does anybody have a story? And there's always a story.
That is a great way to start.
It is.
Way to start the week. So I have just a couple more questions. And we'll wait for the truck to go by because we're in the fairy garden. We're trying to be tranquil. So we are in Hopkinton. Do you have, and I think I know the answer to this, but do you have a favorite thing to do in Hopkinton?
That's a good question. Not talking about being at the Art Center, because I'm sure that's what we'll say.
I was going to say that. But
That's what we'll say.
Well, this is a given, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
exactly.
a
Yeah, we are so fortunate to live in this town. Between the bike trails and the forests and the lakes and the gorgeous new library and our school system, it's
hard to pick.
It's a really great community, and I think I've lived in many communities, and I think that the people who live here are particularly invested in it, and their love shows.
Right.
It absolutely does. And we talk. We're so excited about what's happening downtown, the businesses that are coming in downtown, the excitement behind community events that are happening. So many generous people in this town, and we see it every single day. We're meeting new people every day, and hearing every day that people move to this town because of the rich culture, the lakes, and the school system, and that it has something for everyone.
We're Chris and Kelly Great. I love their enthusiasm, and I love the Hopkinton Center for the Arts. It really is one of my favorites. My name is Donna Spector. I was the ghost interviewer on that video clip, and I wanted to introduce myself. My husband Steve and I are the Donna and Steve Home Team, and we are not secret agents, but we are real estate agents right here in Hopkinton at Real Living Suburban Lifestyle. We are the proud sponsors of parkbench.com Hopkinton, which is a wonderful new website that has all the local events, interviews. We want to see Hopkinton businesses thrive and grow. It's where we play local, it's where we dine local, and it's where we have fun local. So come join us, subscribe to parkbench.com Hopkinton, or if you would like to see somebody interviewed, please reach out to us at the parkbench.com Hopkinton website. Hopkinton, it all starts here.